If you're a gentleman in your 20s, 30s, or even 40s and beyond, you might be interested in casual dating. Some of you think casual dating is a bad idea, and while I respect your point of view, for those of you who are interested in casual dating, I think it's important to understand how to do it like a gentleman. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 8 casual dating mistakes that a gentleman never makes. The first mistake is being vulgar. Just because you aren't taking this relationship as seriously as you would a marriage or a full-time girlfriend, you should always be on your best behavior. That means no using vulgar language either when talking to her or talking about her. You enter this relationship as equals. If you look down on women as being hoes for having casual partnerships and hookups, then perhaps casual relationships isn't for you. Don't chastise a woman, or anybody else for that matter, for doing the same behaviors as you. Now, another vulgar mistake would be sending unsolicited photos or messages. Yes, gentlemen, I'm talking about dick pics. Never send one of these unless she either asks for it, hints strongly that she wants to receive one, or if you tastefully obtain her consent during a sexting exchange. Even so, be careful about whom you send these types of photos to, especially if they contain your face. It's more than okay to make her wait to see certain things in real life. The second mistake is not knowing your STD status. Gentlemen, if you engage in casual relationships, it is your responsibility to get regular STD testing. Far too many people have a relaxed attitude about STDs and are unaware of how many infections are out there and how easily they can be contracted. Just because you use a condom, it doesn't mean you're in the clear. STDs can be spread through oral sex when protection is rarely worn, but also condoms don't protect against STDs that can be spread through skin-to-skin contact like genital warts, syphilis, and mpox. I was recently shocked to find out that many tests you get from physicians and commercial STD companies neglect to use throat swabs to test for easily transmitted and often symptomless bacterial infections like gonorrhea and chlamydia. That's why I am proud to present today's video sponsor, Shameless Care. Now, I personally met with the founder of Shameless Care so I could understand this product before bringing it to you guys. And I am confident in saying that this is the best and most comprehensive sexual health test I have ever experienced. Shameless Care offers an at-home STD testing service. It arrives in discreet packaging, you do the tests yourself, and they are incredibly easy to do. There are 3 parts to the test: a urine test, a blood collection, and a throat swab. Once you've collected your samples, you simply send it back using a prepaid label. Shameless Care uses certified labs to review your samples and get you your results via text. If you need to consult with a provider about your results, that's all available within the Shameless Care system. The reason I'm using Shameless Care as my STD panel of choice is not only because of the convenience, but also the thoroughness. So for ultimate peace of mind, I highly encourage you to use the link in the description and order your STD panel test today. The third casual dating mistake a gentleman should never make is being dishonest about his intentions or making false promises. You must never lead a woman to believe that this relationship is more than it is. Many women don't want to have a bunch of short-term hookups and will wait for a man who looks like he's ready for something more serious. But if you mislead her about your intentions in order to sleep with her, that's very unethical. Now, intentions don't always have to be stated explicitly from the get-go. Many young women are still figuring out their dating goals and open to seeing where things go. However, before sex becomes a regular thing, it's worth having that conversation about expectations and intentions. It saves a lot of hurt feelings down the road. A gentleman never tells. Even in the age where casual dating has become normalized, this old adage still holds true. It's not gentlemanly to brag about your sexual exploits to your friends, and the fewer details you share, the better. Even if she did the dirtiest thing and you're just dying to share it, you've got to have the self-control to keep it to yourself. Now, different women have different expectations for discretion and how strictly they want you to keep your private life private, so here's the rule that I recommend you stick to. Don't say anything about her to your friends that you wouldn't be comfortable saying if she were in the room. You must also be respectful enough not to be indiscreet if you have multiple partners. Now, if you have more than one casual partner, you must be considerate of each woman and not make them feel like they are one of many. Even if she knows that you're seeing other women, and you should make her aware of this, you should be tactful enough to maintain the illusion that she is the only one, at least when you two are together. So on a practical level, that means changing the sheets so she can't smell another woman's perfume. It means changing the bin liner in the bathroom. And for God's sake, don't have multiple toothbrushes out on the bathroom counter. Just as importantly, make sure your place is a clean, attractive environment so she feels safe and relaxed. The sixth casual dating mistake a gentleman never makes is getting too drunk or too high. Now, drinking and dating go hand in hand, and it's more than likely you will have had some level of alcohol before hooking up. But as soon as that reaches a point where it affects your physical or cognitive abilities, you've made a mistake. There's a reason why most sex clubs don't allow alcohol, and it's because alcohol and good, safe sex are far from friends. First, alcohol clouds your judgment. If you're drunk, you're more likely to engage in sex with somebody you wouldn't otherwise, which will make you regret it, and in turn you'll be less likely to be a gentleman to her afterwards. If she's drunk, that will cloud her judgment, so she can't give you consent. So if you notice that she is drunk, absolutely do not have sex with her. If you two do end up having sex while under the influence, it means you're much less likely to use protection or to use it properly, which could give you an STD or a baby. And of course, alcohol has a negative impact on the sexual organs of both men and women. Now, the terms casual dating and hookups are often used synonymously, but that doesn't have to be so. Casual relationships can take a while to build before you're ready to make things intimate. Therefore, it would be a mistake to be impatient or put too much pressure on a casual relationship. Even for a casual relationship, I advise you to take sex off the table for date 1. Most women don't want to sleep with a man on the first date, and if they do, they'll be all the more excited for date 2. Wherever you set your boundaries is up to you, but you must also respect her pace and her boundaries. It's okay to date casually and enjoy meeting new people without the pressure that it must turn into a hookup. It would be a mistake not to have healthy, open conversations about sex with a woman that you're in any kind of sexual relationship with. Don't be afraid to ask her what she likes and what feels good to her. Once you've established some trust, you can tell her things that you like, or if there's anything new you'd like to try with her. She might not be the kind of sexually confident woman who would initiate this type of conversation first. But if she's sex positive, she will be likely to engage and share her desires, which will lead to a more fulfilling experience for both of you. Personally, if I don't feel like I could talk about sex with a woman because it would be too awkward, chances are the sex itself would be awkward too. As the man in this dynamic, I encourage you to show an open-minded, encouraging attitude and nurture a relationship of open communication in all your relationships going forward. Gentlemen, I hope today's discussion has proved useful to you. It's important to me that this channel is a guide to everything a sophisticated man could need, and today casual sex and casual dating is something that almost every man will experience. If you follow the advice in this video, you can be assured that you will conduct yourself like a gentleman and give yourself and your partner a happy, satisfying experience, even if it's just for a little while. Remember to give yourself an STD test before engaging in any casual relationships using the link in the description to Shameless Care. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.